So hey everyone, a quick intro to a much longer video today. I just wanted to talk to you about what you're about to see. Several days ago, I popped up a video using Drone Harmony to do some waypoint mission planning and fly those waypoints. In that video, I was kind of doing it live and unedited. So what I mean by that was I was still learning about the application. So I made several mistakes and I wanted to walk you along with me making those mistakes. Since that one, I went back out again and I wanted to fly one more set of waypoint missions just to have a little bit of fun and also to do a second recording where I wasn't making as many mistakes so that you could get a look at it. But as it is, when we get new drone software, we all go out and we try things out, we test things out, we learn by doing. Hey, I've never had this application before. I need to learn how to use it. So that's what the other video is about. And if you look in the upper right hand corner, you'll see a link back to that other video. So this video that you're about to watch, it's almost as long as the other one with no mistakes made though. And so we sit around and we talk about the flight applications as well. Over the course of the next few weeks, you're going to see additional videos about Drone Harmony and the other things that it can do. It has a lot of flight options for autonomous flight. So if you're doing a business like mine, autonomous flight is a big part of my business for when I'm working construction sites with my clients. And Drone Harmony is looking like it could actually find a place in my tool set. With that said, I'm still using all my other applications and we'll still be talking about them this year. But over the next couple of weeks, we're really going to play around with Drone Harmony, put it through its paces, and then I'll give you my insights and comparisons to some of the other applications out there. Okay, so let's get over to that video and we're going to walk through waypoints one more time. Like I said, if you hadn't seen the first one, upper right hand corner, go ahead and click that drop down card and you can check that out and then come back to this one afterward. All right, thanks for tuning in as always. So hey everyone, as always, welcome to the channel and thanks for stopping by. My name is Rich Charpentier. I'm the channel host, and if you've been on this channel before, you know we do a lot of talk about drones. So right now we're recording me on video and we've also got the Android over here and we're setting up to do some test waypoint mission flights with Drone Harmony. So Drone Harmony is an Android application and it's a very powerful Android application for drone flight, specifically for select DJI drones. And this can be incorporated into your drone business pretty easily. So if you're doing progression reporting, construction monitoring, utilities inspection, cell tower inspection, Drone Harmony overall has a lot of tools available for you so that you can do 2D models, 3D models, orthomosaics. It is pretty much an all-in-one. Now, looking at the screen right now on the Android, you're going to say to yourself, well, Rich, why are you in the DJI Go 4 app? I'm in the DJI Go 4 app because I want to set up a couple of settings here before I go into Drone Harmony. Now, the DJI Go 4 app and its libraries get synced with Drone Harmony. So when you first load up Drone Harmony, down at the bottom, you're going to see a little getting the DJI libraries. And so I like to go in here and just check out my setup beforehand with the DJI Go 4 app. So we got the latest firmware, everything's looking good. By the way, we're using a Mavic Pro 1, so the original Mavic Pro. I do have the Mavic Pro 2 here as well, but for today's testing and demo, we're just going to go with the original Mavic. So this is all looking good to me. I'm going to close that up, and I want to go in to my settings and do a couple of things. So I want to make sure of my maximum elevation. So I have the return to home set at 40 meters. And I have the maximum altitude set at 50 meters. So that was something I just really wanted to check on. And I'm going to go ahead and close that. And now I'm also, let's see here, we're in the camera mode at the moment. Just want to switch over to the video mode to do the video settings. So since this is the Mavic Pro 1, we don't have an adjustable aperture. So I'm just going to go with auto on this. And it's going to select the shutter speed and the ISO for me, and we can't do anything about the aperture. So that's looking okay to me. So let's close that. And now we can actually
let's see here. We're going to close out of the DJI application. So I'm just going down to the bottom on the Android here, and we're going to close that application. So my next step on screen, I've got two versions of Drone Harmony. We've got Drone Harmony Basic and Drone Harmony Plus. You can go to Drone Harmony's website to see what the differences are between Basic and Plus. The overall interface is pretty much the same, just there's more flight planning available in the Drone Harmony Plus than there is in Drone Harmony Basic. I would suggest, though, if you're just starting out with this, Basic's probably going to be everything that you need for your initial testing. So keep that in mind, and they do have free trials. So I'm going to go into Drone Harmony Plus, though, and in another video we're going to talk about the overall interface. Now, always open the DH Plus when the DJI Inspire 1 is connected. And we're not connected to the DJI Inspire 1. I'm going to say OK to this. Let's see here. And it's saying, all right, that it's connected. The remote controller is disconnected. The aircraft's disconnected. A DJI device was recognized on the USB port, but the DJI SDK failed to connect the product. We advise you to restart the app in order to reinitialize. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Restart the app. And let's see here. And it's asking me if I want to restore a previous flight that I had done. I'm going to say no to that. And now this is saying to me that the USB is connected, remote controller's connected, the aircraft is connected, camera's connected, battery. It's all looking really good. Compass is calibrated. Let's go ahead and close this really quick. And it's actually showing our location, so that's fantastic. In the upper right-hand corner, we have a tap on the Fpv View if we'd like to see what's going on with the camera, and we're going to be interested in that in just a moment. First, upper left-hand corner, I just want to go down to the drone really quick, and I want to format that SD card. So I just want to make sure that that is cleared out. The card is formatted, it says. Let's see, is there anything else that I need in here? Nope. All right. So we don't really need to do anything with the account and app right now. Plans and flights, we're going to go ahead and skip that for the moment. And let's go ahead and tap back on that main screen. So for the purposes of today's video, we're going to do something incredibly simple. We're going to create a waypoint mission with the drone. So we're actually going to create waypoints as we fly around. We're going to use the drone to lock in those waypoints, and from there, after we're done creating the waypoint mission, we're going to actually fly the mission. Now, I'm going to have to stop the video for a few moments as we've got some folks coming up doing some disc golf today. So before we do these flights or anything, we're going to let the guys play through. If you didn't know, Watson Lake Park in Prescott, Arizona has got a really cool disc golf course, as well as a beautiful lake, the Granite Dells Rock formations. So a lot of people come out here to have fun during the day. So with that, I'm going to actually let this continue running for a few, and we're letting these guys play it through. In the meantime, I'm going to go over and take a look at what we can and can't do in the Fpv View. So number one, let's go down here. So we're on full auto, aperture 2.2, shutter speed 1/160th of a second. So that is all perfect. I'm going to close that. As you can see, you don't have all the screen options that you do on DJI Go 4 app. So it's kind of a cut down version of the interface that you might be used to using DJI drones. All right, so what it's got set up right now, we're on the video mode and everything's looking good. So I'm going to close back out to that planning mode. So I'm still holding off on starting up the drone flight and starting the waypoint, creating the waypoint missions. Got a couple of low-flying planes. We've got multiple flight schools here. We're within 5 miles of KPRC's airport. We have submitted through Lance and gotten our Lance approval, so we're all set for doing the flight. But I always like to, see where these planes are at and also see where the disc golfers are at. Okay, so we would like to plan something new, and if you're new to the Drone Harmony interface, I am going to be doing a video on the overall interface and talking it through. Actually, I've already done that video. It's just unlisted on YouTube right now. So folks on my Patreon channel, they get to see it earlier than the regular YouTube channel. So the overall interface on the left-hand side, we've got some setup buttons, we've got some setup features, and on the top bar, we've got all the information about the drone. It's currently in P mode, it's got great connectivity. Drone's battery is at 94%. We haven't used up the SD card yet. We're not flying at all. And upper right corner is where we can get into the Fpv view. And down on the bottom right corner, we've got this little plus symbol where we can add a type of a mission. Now, there's a ton of missions in Drone Harmony. The ones that I'm looking for, we're going right over to the manual mission. Let's tap that again. And we can create manual waypoints. So we can be sitting on the couch at home and we can pre-plan some flights. But I actually like planning these types of flights with the record a mission. So on another competing application, Litchi, you can record your waypoint missions and then fly those waypoint missions. Here on Drone Harmony, we've got a very similar feature that we're going to record a mission. So it's going to create a mission by flying the drone and tracing its path in space. You trigger the camera while flying to mark your key shots, so your waypoints. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and tap on this one for record a mission because this is the one that I want to go with. So there we go. Now we've got a set of instructions here. Use the radio controller to fly the drone. Use the radio controller to control the gimbal pitch. Use the radio controller to record images. When you're done, you're going to click on the stop button, which will be down in the lower right corner. And then we can convert that recorded flight into a plan, edit it, and fly it automatically. So very awesome. I am going to hit the start button here. And so now we're in the mode for actually recording our flight mission. So I'm going to get the drone up and off the ground. And I'm just raising the drone's elevation here. So it's now about 32 feet above me. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to raise the elevation a little more. So we're just going to get this up there, and we can actually take a look on screen again. So we can take a look at that Fpv view. And so we can see what we're staring at here. So we're looking out at Watson Lake. Very nice, very pretty. What I'm going to do is actually turn the drone around just about 180 degrees because I know that that's a much prettier view that way. And I am going to go ahead and click that first photo for my waypoint. Now it says new media, it's a JPEG. And let's go ahead and move that drone forward. So we're going to just start moving that drone. So we're having the drone take off. And I'm going to go ahead and raise the elevation on it a little more. So there we go. We've gained some elevation, and I'm going to go ahead and click that camera button again. And now let's move the drone forward a little more. So I'm just actually setting out my waypoints. I'm going to stop right there. Create another waypoint. As you can see on screen, we've got these little camera icons. Those camera icons are showing us the waypoints that we have created. So I'm just taking the drone a little further along, and I'm going to switch back to that camera view for a second because I would actually like to tilt that gimbal down, and that gimbal tilt is actually going to show through in our final waypoint mission. So I just wanted to make sure of where that gimbal was pointing, and now I'm actually going to move the drone, and we're just flying it over to the left, and of course the drone is still in my visual line of sight. And so I've taken another image with it to mark out another waypoint. I'm now moving the drone further to my left, and we're going to go ahead and turn the drone because we want to get a look out at Granite Mountain, which is a really beautiful location here in Prescott. So there it is off in the distance, and I'm going to raise the gimbal. Wow, I've got to change the sensitivity on that, don't I? And there I go. I'm taking that photo, and I'm going to move the drone along once more. There we go, and we will mark another waypoint. And now I'm going to just bring the drone back to us. And I'm also going to turn the direction that the drone is facing in to show off that it's doing smooth video. So now we're going to have the drone, there we go. The drone's looking out at Watson Lake. And actually, let's have it turn even further to get that really beautiful view out there. Like I said, my gimbal's a little too sensitive today, so I need to recalibrate that. So now I'm going to move the drone right back over me, basically. And I'm going to start dropping that drone elevation, and I am going to have it take one more waypoint. So here it comes down. I'm going to have it take that final shot. And now I'm going to land the drone. Sorry for all the drone noise. Let's just get it back to its helipad here. And we'll set it down nice and neat on the helipad. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit the stop button down here. And back on the map view, let's hit that stop button. So we've now confirmed that, that we've created our waypoint mission. So now comes the question, convert to a smooth plan. You can convert the recorded flight to a smooth flight plan, refly it autonomously while recording stunning, smooth video. So you're going to select the flight from the top, and we'll see that momentarily. You're going to use the magic wand tool, choose the smooth plan, launch the created new flight plan in video recording mode. All right, so let's go ahead and tap on close. So what they were talking about in that instruction there, if you look up in the top middle, you're going to see something that says 9:26AR. So that is the plan that we actually just flew. Let's tap on that, and now you can see that it's showing all the camera positions. They've all been highlighted. Now the instructions told me to go over to the magic wand tool, and we can convert the flight to a smooth plan using photos, to a plan using photos, or a plan using trajectory. So we want to do the smooth plan using the photos that we just took, because those are the waypoints that we've marked. So I'm going to tab on smooth plan using the photos. And we have curvature too, so we've got smooth turns in that curvature. So right now we're at 5, so maybe let's make that 8, okay? And now I'm going to hit the start button there, and it's computing the flight for me. Now, where did it put the flight? Is it saved? Where is it? I'm kind of confused. If you look on the Android screen here, over on the right-hand side, and you go down from the top, right in the middle, we've got something that says 9:33AR. Let's go ahead and tap on that really quick, and that is showing us our smooth flight plan. So there we go right there, looking on the main screen. You can see multiple waypoints moving around where I'd flown, and those multiple waypoints create our total smooth path. Now in the lower right-hand side at the play button, we can hit that play button to actually run this mission now. So why don't we go ahead and do that? So I'm going to go ahead and hit the play button, and the play button now gives me a bunch of options. So here we go. Up at the top, set the flight speed. So this is where we set our flight speed for Drone Harmony. So we've got it set to 5 miles an hour, and then we've got some options: precise images stopping, precise images not stopping, images every X seconds, video, I want video here. So I'm selecting the video. It's telling me the flight time is going to be 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Autofocus, yes. Aperture lock, right now it's locked. So, okay, there we go. Now let's hit the next button and return to home at 131 feet. Yep, I like that. Set the mission end action. We can have it automatically land, or we can have it hover. I'm going to go ahead and have it hover. At signal loss, we can continue the mission that's been uploaded to the drone, or we can abort the mission. We can set our yaw control and gimbal control, and they're both at automatic right now. Let's hit that next button. So this is what our flight path is going to look like in 3D. This is one of the big features of Drone Harmony, is that you can visualize your flights. I'm going to tap on animate really quick, and let's zoom that out, and it's showing me how that flight path is going to take place. And you can see the direction of the drone changing with those with the curves that I did, and with changing the direction that the drone was looking in. So all right, I'm going to turn that animate off. So there is our flight plan in 3 dimensions. Now this information here for DJI controllers for an emergency stop, change to another flight mode, either switch it to sport mode, the mission will be terminated and the drone will hover in place. You'll gain full control with your RC. You're responsible for your safety and legality of your flights that you perform with the app. And let's go ahead and hit next. I think that's a really good reminder, to be honest. So while I can turn off some of these screens, I'm not going to. I like the reminders that they're offering me. So now we're going to go ahead and hit launch the drone, and the drone will be taking off momentarily. I've got my hands on the controls, staring right at the drone. So we're just waiting for it to finish loading up here. And there we go, that loading bar has successfully completed. And there goes the drone. So the drone is taking off into the air, and we're actually viewing it in the video window. Now, it might not look the greatest on screen right now, but I am recording in DJI's Cinelike. So in that, there's more editing room afterward. So if I need to do some color correction and things afterward, I will. So this is not an issue with the application or my connections or anything. This is just because I'm using DJI Cinelike color mode right now. So we've got that drone moving along. I'm watching it as it's heading to its first major turn. As you can see, there goes the gimbal down tilt. Nice and smooth gimbal down tilt. And as you remember, now we're going to start moving to left on screen. And shortly, the drone is going to start pointing in the direction of Granite Mountain. So remember, we set those up. So right now it's still moving across, showing off the field here at Watson Lake. Beautiful little field area. And the drone's still following its path. It's doing a really nice job. And here comes that turn. So we're getting a pretty nice smooth turn. Maybe I should have spaced that turn out a little more so it wouldn't be as jerky. So these are things that you start to learn no matter what app you're using for your autonomous flight. All of them, there's different nuances as to how they rotate and move. So as you get familiar with Drone Harmony, if you're going to start using this for doing flight plans like this, you're going to have to keep in mind, you know, hey, what's the flight speed that I want? How far apart should I start setting up those curved turns? And here we go with the drone starting to turn back toward me. Very nice. So at that last leg, I had it turning so that in the end, when it gets back to me, it's going to be facing out toward Watson Lake. So it's looking really nice. I like it. It's very smooth. This shouldn't be very jerky at all when we do the final version of it. So the drone's making its way back to me right now. You might start hearing it on screen and on the wireless Go setup. So there we go, and now it is making that final stop. So here comes the drone back to the launch pad, and we've had a successful, smooth flight mission. Let me just get this landed so that I'm not talking over this. So there we go. So very simply and very easily, we have created a nice, smooth flight plan. It's not perfect, and I've been testing this only for a few weeks now, so I've been testing out a lot of features of this particular application, but I have to say I'm very impressed with how this just handled a smooth waypoint mission. So it's comparable to another app that I also use, Litchi, and Litchi does some really smooth waypoint missions for doing video time-lapse for me. And it looks to me, well, it doesn't just look to me, Drone Harmony can also very easily accomplish this task of doing smooth waypoint missions. So what does this mean to you in the end if you're interested in trying out this application? Well, regularly for my client job sites now, I'm getting a lot of requests for time-lapse video and time-lapse stills as well. Normally I go to the customer's location, I take a look at the location, I do some initial test flights, and I mark out some waypoints that I want to use time and time again. So for doing video progression work, Drone Harmony is a great tool. Also for doing still photography progression work, time lapses of still photos, Drone Harmony also fits that need very well. So for the current job sites that I'm working, I am doing time-lapse images and I am doing time-lapse videos, and Drone Harmony can accomplish both of these tasks very easily. So I like the way it works, I like the setup. I also like some of the graphical interface. I like on screen when it's showing the drone that it also has these two red bars sticking out, showing you what I'm facing and what's going to be on screen in the images. So that's an interesting little feature that you don't see on other applications. And also, when I showed you that visualization, the 3D visualization of what the flight path is going to look like, that's another unique feature to Drone Harmony as well. So in other apps that are available for autonomous flight planning, there's no 3D visualization, and one of the big selling points on Drone Harmony is their 3D visualization system. So you can actually see what the flight is going to look like before you actually execute the flight, and that way if any problems jump out, you can go back and edit the flight and try it again. So there we go. It's all looking really good. I like that flight. We'll see how the video came out. As I've always said, thanks for tuning in. I know this was a longer video, but I wanted to walk you through generating a waypoint mission with your drone, with Drone Harmony, so that you can actually very specifically pick out the path that you want to use. You can also do flight planning on the application without having to be out in the field, and you just be tapping out your route and also picking the directions. But I really like utilizing the drone to map out my waypoint missions. If I have the possibility to do it, I really prefer doing that just because I can see it right there, right at the location. I know where the obstructions are, I know where there aren't obstructions. It makes it very easy on me to create safe flight plans by using the drone to mark out those waypoints. All right, I'm gonna shut the screen recordings off now, and I'm probably gonna do one more flight just for fun, and you'll see it in this video as well.